Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to you on Business Today Television. We are on the first day of the third week in July, but profit booking continues on Dalal Street for various reasons. For the fourth day in a row, the Nifty has slipped and is now testing 25,000, 25,100 on itself. The last time we saw this prices was 23rd of June. So we are now at 4-week lows as far as the structure of the market is concerned, and that's for two reasons. Rising issues as far as tariffs are concerned from the US are now plaguing the risk on trade in market. You have President Trump imposing fresh tariffs on EU to the extent of 30%, and that has vitiated sentiment across the globe. Added to that is our local problem with volumes post the Jane Street issue, although Jane Street has deposited what was the interim fine that SEBI asked. Be that as it may, volumes are low, markets are in negative territory, and we have the test of 25,100, 25,000 on the Nifty going on. Let's look at the outperformers in the market at this point of time. You see defensives hitting record highs. Look at Laurus Labs now in fresh territory beyond 800, 3.66% higher for this CDMO pharma company. This is a fresh record high. The counter has been in an uptrend for the last 2 continuous weeks, and the rally gets better and better. Also a record high on Ramco Cement, mid-cap cement company, 1150, deeply undervalued, and at this point of time it's hit an intraday high of 1169. Apart from that, you see a lot of activity that's happening back on Newland Labs. This is 10-11% higher, 13,590. Remember, the previous record high was 1,800. The stock has corrected for the last 6 months or so, and now fresh buying coming into defensives, in particular pharma, and that's why you see this very, very sharp run up, 10% higher. The turnover is somewhere like 454 crores. Today, the top traded counter on the National Stock Exchange is, no surprises, Bombay Stock Exchange. BSE recovers after a 22% sharp fall over the last 3 weeks or so, and selling peaked when you had this Jane Street issue coming up. Since the money has been deposited and Jane Street will now be allowed to trade under SEBI's new rules, this is something that is now gathering momentum. About 1,000 crores of BSE has been traded. When you look at Nifty gainers, they are few and far between. The index itself is down to the extent of about 68 points. Early morning it was down in 3 digits, but the gainers at the moment are Zomato, now known as Eternal, 1.7% higher, 268. A strong move coming into Adani Enterprises, 1.3% higher, 2592. IndusInd Bank and Grasim and M&M are the other gainers. As you can make out, none of the heavyweights, the Super 10 heavyweights that we track so closely, are in gains. Therefore, you see TCS down 26.3 at 32.39. Infosys again slipping 19 rupees lower at 1575. Bajaj Twins, Finserv and Finance down about 11 and 13 rupees respectively. Lever had come up very, very strongly after the appointment of a new chairman managing director, but now giving back gains, 14 rupees lower. In fact, all save for ITC and State Bank of India, 8 out of top 10 stocks as far as heavyweights are concerned are losing ground. The heaviest weight, HDFC Bank, 11 rupees lower, 1972. Reliance shedding 1 rupee 40. So that's the state of play as far as broader markets are concerned. Pharma and banking, in particular PSU banking, are the two bright spots in trade today. If you look at in terms of indices, the Nifty PSU banking index is in top form. You see 1% higher at 7100. We have 12 shares making up the Nifty PSU banking index, out of which 10 are in the green. In the same way, Nifty Mid Cap Select Index is up about 1.1%. Out of 25 stocks, 19 are in the green. So that's how the situation is. Overall, you see the advanced decline ratios at 1,276 stocks in the green versus 1,200 in the red. So almost even Stevens, not much in terms of action except for individual stocks. Look at Omax Auto. This counter is from the auto ancillary space. Very, very sharp move today, 12% higher at 109, and about 1 crore 3 lakh shares have been traded on Omax Autos. Keep an eye out on this one. Similarly, you have Castrol Limited, all from the auto ancillary space, doing very well. Castrol was up 3.5%, 5% up now. This is doing pretty well. And then, of course, you have KSB Pumps up about now 0.3%, but early morning it had hit a high of about 898. Strong volume expansion happening on KSB Pumps, both on Monday as well as Friday. So these are stocks where a lot of action is happening on the long side. Another interesting stock that you can look at is Datamatics. Again, up about 1.5% now. Early morning high was 765. Very strong volumes that are being built into this particular stock. In terms of highs, we've already talked about Vishal Megamart, Laurus Labs, Ramco Cements, and we'll now discuss the movement that's happening in terms of volume. A lot of interesting stocks have come up. Look at Graphite India. This is the maker of electrodes. These are catalysts that are put into steel scrap melting to get them melt on a lower temperature, 2.9% higher. Very heavy volumes, 3 times the 5-day average so far. 18.81 lakh shares have been traded. PEL, India Mart are also showing smart action, and of course we have a move that is coming into Ola Electric, 5% higher at Ola Electric after 9 successive weeks of very, very heavy selling. So you have Ola at 41.85, way below its IPO offer price of 72 rupees, 73 rupees, and now showing some traction. Whether it's short covering or whether it is value buying, only time will tell. But for the moment, 5% higher at 41.95. Also in the green is Anand Rathi. This is Anand Rathi Wealth, whose earnings kick-started Q1. Strong 15% growth in top line, 19% growth year on year on first quarter profit. The counter is now up 7% on significant volumes, 2.2 times 5-day average of about 6.16 lakh crores. So this is how the broader markets are structured. In terms of stocks that are on the back foot, it's the defense space. Very heavy selling happening on Garden Reach. If you look at the price, 2.78% lower at about 27.23. The low for today is 26.45. So from that low, you've had a bounce of about 70 rupees. Cochin Shipyard has slipped below 2000 now, 2.4% lower. This is a net change of about 48 rupees. Similarly, Paras Defense, Midhani, Zentech are all slipping in trade. Decent profit booking happening on this one. Auto ancillaries are where the action is. We had just discussed Omax Auto, but Igarshi Motors, the company that makes the motors that go behind your car wiper, is 3.5% higher at 527. Similarly, Banco India, 2.7% higher at 659. Munjal Showa, the company that makes shock absorbers, 2.5% higher at 154.68. And a strong move coming into MRF. Let's avoid MRF. We generally don't discuss this one. Alicon Alloys, 963, down about 2.4%. So this is how the structure of the market is. nearly flat volumes apart from Bombay Stock Exchange. There's nothing much happening in terms of the counters that are showing abnormal exorbitant gains. Let me see if I can show some ones on the screen. I think we'll avoid all of them except for Cupid. The counter is up 6.4% on fairly decent volumes at about 125.8. On Friday also the stock had surged smartly. So this is the second day of gains. A strong move coming into Gujarat Apollo, 10% higher, and this is a circuit limit that's come in. Fairly decent volumes on this one as well. And of course, we've discussed Newland Labs, Omax Auto. These are the two that are showing fairly strong volumes. On Newland Labs, about 484 crores worth of shares have been traded. This is the highest so far since 6th of June, and we still have about 4 or 5 hours of trade left. So let's see whether Newland Labs changes that or not. But a very strong move now, 11% higher on Newland Labs. That's how it is, ladies and gentlemen, as far as prices are concerned. A flat day, and this is something that needs to be noted. Ola Electric has come up with its earnings. It's given us strong guidance. It says our FY26 exit target is for gross margins is in the range of 35 to 40%, with PLI benefits. That's around volumes they look at is somewhere around 3,25,000 to 3,75,000 vehicles, and revenue to be around 4,200 to 4,700 crores. So that's the reason, ladies and gentlemen, why Ola is up, but markets slipping further. Nifty now down 83 points, Nifty IT down 400 points, Nifty Bank down 68 points. I'll be back at 2 p.m. with a lovely fund to discuss. Do join us.